अचानक से ऐसे ये चीज हो जाएगी, had absolutely no clue, and she didn't give me any hint as any chance. She was in perfect health, and suddenly she just quietly left us in our sleeps. And she's been a very, very, very strong lady. I will continue to try and do whatever I can to make her proud and never let her down. वो काम उनको उतना नहीं मिलता था जितना उन्हें मिलना चाहिए था. She's been a very, very strong, tough lady. वो समझाती कम थी और समझती ज्यादा थी.
Shaan, welcome back on Bollywood Hungama.
Thank you, Faridoon. Always a pleasure to be talking with you. Yeah.
So, Shaan, before we move forward, first thing that I'd like to speak to you about is your mother. I believe she has been a huge inspiration for you. And I was just reading up, and I think once your father passed away, she's the one who, the way she brought you and Sagarika, I think is simply brilliant. It must be a great void for you now.
Yeah, my mother's been my longest support, my longest companion. उनके साथ ही रहा हूँ पूरी जिंदगी अब तक. और अचानक से ऐसे ये चीज हो जाएगी, had absolutely no clue, and she didn't give me any hint as any chance. She was in perfect health, and suddenly she just quietly left us in our sleep. At night when no one could be prepared or be even aware of what is happening. I lost my father early, and so my mom really raised us, and she's been a very, very, very strong lady, and her life is really something that some people वो काफी आपको बातें बताते हैं और they inspire you through their words, but I think she's been my inspiration through just the way she lived her life, and so yeah, it's now in me, and I think I will continue to try and do whatever I can to make her proud and never let her down.
Many times हम लोग बहुत सी बातों को हम लोग realize नहीं करते हैं, लेकिन जो बचपन का फेज होता है वो बच्चों का बहुत इम्प्रेशनेबल फेज होता है. उसमें या तो लाइफ बन जाती है या फिर बिगड़ भी सकती है. और आपकी बहुत कम उम्र थी जब आपके पिताजी का देहांत हुआ, एंड योर मदर सिंगल हैंडेडली brought both of you up.
Totally.
And I think it's a very, very important phase, especially the childhood phase in your life, both you and Sagarika. So tell me, how did she just kept you guys positive? And
yeah, actually my mother, even while my father was with us, my father being a composer, there was no stable income, and वो कभी project मिला, कभी काम मिला, और वो musically भी बहुत उनकी एक musical integrity इतनी strong थी कि उनको बस original music करना था, एक level, एक स्तर, एक style का ही music करना था. तो वो commercial music जिसे कहते हैं ना, उस चीज से कहीं ना कहीं उनको तकलीफ थी. तो but you can't have your cake and eat it too. So वही problem था कि काम उनको उतना नहीं मिलता था जितना उन्हें मिलना चाहिए था. मतलब जो singers हैं, लोगों से प्रशंसा तो बहुत मिलती थी. He'd get a lot of praise for his for his musicality, but he wouldn't get work. And my mother was actually the bread earner right from the beginning. She used to sing in chorus. She would sing for other composers, which of course in some way would hurt my dad's ego. But I mean, that's the way that she was a good singer, but she never took to singing solo because she knew कि मैं भी अगर उस ambition को if I get into that, then who knows if I'm going to get work. But at least as a chorus singer, she was quite busy, and she not only ran the house, she also kept the kitchen fires burning. And after my father went, she continued to sing in chorus, and she's also a recipient to a Dada Saheb Phalke award. So not many people know this about my mother, that she's been a very, very strong, tough lady, and she's also been an artist of her own right at some point, and in some way singing at shows. She's also traveled with the greats like Amitabh Bachchan and Shikalanji Bai during the Jumma Chumma tours, and so she's had a tough first half of her life, and at some point, I think by year 2000, she decided to quit singing because she said, "अब बेटा कुछ कर रहा है और अजीब हो जाएगा कि बेटा सोलो गाने आया और माँ वहाँ कोरस गा रही है." So she decided to drop out of singing chorus, and since then, of course, 2000 is the year I got married, and things went well for me, and I'm very glad I could give her all the comforts and give her all the time. More than that, कि बहुत वक्त गुजारा, and I give a lot of credit to that to my wife, because like you said, formative years, they can make you, break you.
Exactly.
Another stage of your life is a very important decision of your life is marriage. And if after your marriage, between your wife and your mother is the tightest balance that needs to be created. And when that is good, then again, so I was very lucky that my wife Radhika and my mother had a great understanding, and they were more a team. So that really
That's
helped me
amazing.
also to stay relaxed and be able to focus and concentrate on my work, and do all the things that I want to do. And बहुत खास थी यार, उस वजह से I think she went away so painlessly and so beautifully that everyone says that सब जिसे भी कह रहा हूँ that she's a higher soul, and she's probably out there in the spiritual world already, and preparing for her next journey. So
No,
I don't want
definitely.
to cry,
Definitely.
or I don't want to. I just hope that she's in a good place, and I know she is. So I want to be happy for her.
That's brilliant. So, do you have any plans to just take her legacy forward? Because I think it's a very fascinating story.
Yeah, honestly, I feel I'm very bad with exhibiting my personal emotions, or exhibiting might be a wrong word, because but I like to keep certain things personal, whether it's especially my grief. I like to keep it personal. So my mother, of course, is very much part of me now, but her legacy forward is not her music as much as her attitude that I learned from her. And if I can be a little bit of that, where I can actually, she had a wonderful knack of not, वो समझाती कम थी और समझती ज्यादा थी. And she always felt that समझाना मुश्किल होता है यार, लोग उससे अच्छा कि समझ लो.
Yeah.
Don't try to force your opinions, and don't try to force your thoughts. Understand where that person is coming from, and give the person the benefit of the doubt. So a lot of very very I've noticed that between intelligent and wise, so she had a certain wisdom to her. She may not have been the most intelligent or intellectually gifted, but she was very simple, very sweet, and I think that is something that I need to work on. मैं जैसे जैसे उम्र आती है ना, तो आपको लगता है कि अभी कहीं ना कहीं इंसान प्रवचन देना शुरू कर देता है. We start in the excuse of wanting to share our experiences and trying to share our wisdoms. We try to if the word is impress, or literally impose our knowledge and our thought and our intellectual profoundness onto people, which I realize doesn't really help. Rather just enjoy the moment and try to understand where the person is coming from, and give the person the benefit of the doubt. And वही है कि समझ लो, समझाने की कोशिश मत करो.
No, I think this is really wonderful. That समझाने से ज़्यादा समझ लो, which is fascinating. All right, so Shaan, often it has been seen that that children who tend to lose one of their parents, maybe at early stages, when they become fathers, they have a very different sort of attitude towards their children, because they're extra. Maybe they want them to be taken care of in a maybe different manner than what the regular parents they tend to do. What sort of father have you been?
When especially my older boy, when he got to know that I had lost my father when I was 14, he had a very nervous 14. कि उनको लगा कि कहीं ऐसा कुछ हो ना जाए. And this is a little off the cuff, but yeah, I think whatever your upbringing may have been, it is about what you learn from it. What are the good things that you hold on to? What are the bad things that you don't want to repeat? And if you have that attitude of being the best version of yourself, whether you want to be a father, a husband, a singer, a friend, you can do that. And for me, of course, that is something that I keep thriving, I keep wanting to be. Even losing my mother now, somewhere I feel that in this need to make her even more proud of me, I want to be a better person. And that is something that I keep trying to work on. And as a father, of course, I'm lucky to be in a profession, singing, which is self-employed. I can choose my time the way I want to. So I'm glad that I got a lot of time with my family, with, be it my mother, be it, and today, if I hadn't, I'd really regret that. If I was too busy just doing my own thing and not sitting every morning with her, trying to be with her every night whenever I'm in town, before going to sleep, wishing her good night, having my meals with her, I would have really, sometimes regret makes you more bitter, more sad. Coming back to my children also, I'm lucky that, I'm on a constant touch with them. And so I just, both of them are interested in music. They have strong music influences and also very original, very nothing like what I do. उनको उनकी अपनी taste है, उनकी अपनी सोच है. So I'm really enjoying watching them grow and turning into fine gentlemen, and I'm very proud of them. And I celebrate their little victories very proudly. Me and my wife, we really are enjoying this phase because as a parent, आप जितनी भी कोशिश कर लें, if the child, they chart their own thinking, their own space. So you can just count yourself as lucky if they turn out to be good kids, and I think I'm very lucky with my kids.